Okay guys, let's do something we never done before. Since I am on holidays and I finally have some time, we could do Q&A, questions and answers. Ask me anything you want and I'm gonna try and answer to as many questions as you have. It's gonna be so much fun. I'm really excited and looking forward to this. So guys, here we are. Let's answer some questions, shall we? We have a journalist behind the camera. Her name is Signorina. So, Signorina, would you like to ask? She's gonna ask your questions actually.
I chose the best questions for you.
She chose the best questions and she's gonna ask your questions.
Okay, so how, sir? What makes you stay motivated always?
Motivated.
Yes, they want to know.
You want to know?
They want to know.
They want to know. And you don't want to know?
I don't.
You do?
I do want to know. What makes you stay
So
motivated?
everyone wants to know. Well, life itself should be a motivation, shouldn't it?
Why should- Okay.
Well, I mean, motivation, you know, like just to be the best you can be.
If you're gonna answer this long for a question, you're never gonna end.
Just the fact that, you know, I want to be the best that I can be in every aspect, that's a motivation, you know. I want to be the best possible version of myself, you know, and I've been working towards that goal all my life. I always want to improve in all the areas of my life. And this should always be a motivation for anyone, basically.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Was it a good answer?
Yes, it was great. So now moving on to another subject. Which is one of your favorite compositions?
Compositions?
Yes.
Like classical music or?
Maybe, I don't know.
I assume if they said composition, I assume it's like classical music. That's like the hardest question in the world. How do you answer to that question? Because there are so many great masterpieces written by great composers. It's impossible. For example, Tchaikovsky, the most romantic of all the composers. I think his 6th symphony.
Don't you think that we should like categorize the questions?
What?
Don't you think we should categorize the questions?
Categorize them.
Yeah, because now we are going to move from, you know, compositions. When are you coming to Portugal?
You didn't do your work. You had to prepare for this interview. It's not my fault.
When are you coming to Portugal?
Portugal.
Is it planned? Yeah.
I hope soon, because I really have to go there.
Can you tell us why?
I love Portugal. I've been there once. Only once, actually. Oops. I've been only once to Portugal.
How did you like it?
I loved it. It's beautiful. Obrigado.
Yeah.
The Portuguese language is so beautiful because it's a mixture of Spanish, French, and it's a good combination of everything. It has a real flavor to it.
Okay, moving on. Next question. How did you get interested in music?
Music was always a big part of our family, you know.
Why?
I just grew up in this, especially classical music, you know. It was a normal thing to listen Beethoven symphonies or all those Mozart, Bach as a small child. So it really entered my subconscious mind early on, which was crucial, you know. If I didn't have parents that I had, I was so lucky to be raised in a house where arts, classical music it was part of our daily life, actually.
So your parents are some kind of
Yes.
musicians?
My mother
Was a teacher.
Yeah, I mean, she was a percussionist.
Really?
Yeah,
And she taught little kids in school, right?
how do you know all that?
And listen.
My mother was very enthusiastic about spreading the joy of music, classical music, for small kids and children. So she had like this music kindergarten, which is something that doesn't really exist. in the
Music
world.
kindergarten.
Yeah, spreading love and joy of classical music amongst children. And she was so enthusiastic about that, and she really, all the children loved her. She managed to spread that love to me as well, you know, and it's like a huge part of who I am now because of her. That's
It's really
amazing.
good. Thank you.
How's it-
You know, if you're a movie fan, what's your favorite movie and who are your favorite actors?
So, I like the movies that are based on a true story. I don't like those science fictions and stuff like that. I like that I can relate to the story of the movie. And so these are those incredible stories that you cannot believe that they happened, but they actually did happen. And those intriguing characters.
Can you see an example?
For example, no problem, man. For example, Leonardo DiCaprio's movies, Catch Me If You Can, Aviator, Wolf of the Wall Street, it's all about real life characters, but it's like incredible. It's so intriguing, like how a crazy life can an individual have, and this is something that really is exciting because I can relate to it.
Thank you. How many languages do you know? Is there a language you would like to learn?
I only know Croatian and English, basically.
And a little Italian.
I would like to know Italian, Spanish, because those are melodic and very romantic languages.
So someone is asking, can you drive a car? Do you have a driver's license?
I don't.
What?
I've been 3 times to do the exam driving, and I fail every time. Because I cannot focus when I drive.
Where are you focusing?
Because, for example, I drive, and then you see Signorina, and like, oh, Signorina. And it's, you cannot watch the street and watch Signorina at the same time. Capisci? Signorina.
What do you like to drink? I see you have champagne over here.
Champagne.
That's your favorite drink? That's your favorite drink?
A champagne. I love champagne because there is always a reason to celebrate. Life itself is a reason to celebrate. Don't you agree, Signorina? What are you drinking?
I'm drinking
Let's-
coffee.
You're drinking coffee. I love coffee too.
Who inspires you a lot?
Everything inspires me.
But who?
Who? Anyone who puts their heart, passion, soul, all their being into creating something, it's inspirational to see. And I see inspiration everywhere, in everything, in the sunset, in the sea, in the mountains, in the buildings, in architecture. Magic is all around us, and you can really get inspired by anything, basically.
Okay.
I'm inspired by you right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.